Hi, it's Wasabi. Welcome back to the channel. We've got a battle on the Proctor map, and it's Bandito Jr. in the EBR 75. Just going to point out, using field modifications, you can see them now on the replay, and he's going to choose a different config for this map. You can see he's set up different configs there. So he's going for the Vision version of his config versus the alternative where he's using for more close combat. So it's one of the values of the field modification is to be able to switch those configs for both the equipment and your consumables. So regardless of all the other options of field mods, I think that they're the most valuable parts of field modification. So yeah, I've done a short intro into field mods on the channel, so you can have a look at that as well. Anyway, so he's come to this fairly aggressive position here. He's not going down the 1-2 line like most light tanks do. So he's managed to spot the tanks that sit up on the railway line, as well as this artillery, who's made a pretty dumb move anyway, because that would have been spottable by most tanks going up the hill. But he's also punished that steering mule who was sitting on the railway line trying to get shots on tanks crossing up to the hill, hoping that they would be lit by his own team. But unfortunately for him, that didn't happen. So anyway, he's going to work this side of the map to start with. So he's got one marker that's already on the gun barrel, so you know he's a pretty capable player. He spotted an ELC. Now he didn't notice that tank coming up. Obviously it's got a high camo rating, so he would have, and high speed as well, so he would have crossed before Bandito got into place. Bandito's got a 2-shot autoloader and the ELC's got a 3-shot autoloader, but so he did take some damage there. And that ELC's run away to go down the hill, so in one sense he's managed to push him away. The question is, will he try and circle back and take up a spot? And there we go, the stereo mill is open target again, so can he get 2 shots in? Yes he does, so making good use there of his gun. And just looking again for a target there, just got a pixel shot. Is it worth taking the target? I think he decides not to, but he's lit, so will Artie take a shot? No, he manages to bounce around for an SU-152. That was the SU that was at the base there. Puts 2 shots in, doesn't do any damage, and there you go, there's that ELC. Has circled back and tried to come up and spot him. But one good thing here, the low profile of the EBR means he can basically sit in this dip here, where an ordinary tank might be just a bit too high and be exposed to that SU down the bottom there. And the other place you can see where that TNH 105 is, that's the Czech heavy tank, tier 9. Tanks in that position can shoot up into the hill from there as well. So being in this low profile vehicle, it's much less of an issue. Now he's going to keep getting relit by that ELC, unless he can deal with him a bit more substantially. But he doesn't really want to go aggressively after him because he'll get exposed to the tank destroyers at the base there. Having said that, here he comes more aggressively, so he's charging down the hill, going to use his speed and mobility basically to outdo the things, and it looks like he hasn't been spotted. He's spotted the SU now, he's got a flanking shot, it's doing hits on him, finally gets a damaging shot on there, and he gets taken out by an SU-152 who is on the hill, so luckily yeah, people have come up to support him. That's made his position much more tenable. Now they are 6-0, so it's turning into a bit of a whitewash, but what extra effort can he get out of this? He's got 1730 hit points of damage and 600 of assisted, but he obviously wants to get more. So now we've got some tanks spotted, probably by the ELCs on there's 2 light tanks there on the 1-2 line, but at least he can take advantage of that and put some damaging shots in. He's got the side of the TNH, so he manages to get 2 shots in there, and again using all these bushes, no chance he's going to get spotted there. It's just a red outline So he's completely in the dark, goes for the side of the turret, but unfortunately turns around just at the last shot, so he doesn't get that extra damage out there. And can he get the shot on that VZ? Yes, he does. Get nice kill there. That's 2 kills there to Bandito. He's already doing well on the way for his improving his MOE. Tiger 1 there, really victim in the middle. This is a tier 7 to tier 8 game, so actually, did I name it TNH or tier 9 tank? No, it's a tier 8 tank, of course. Getting a little bit confused with the new check line, so apologies for that. When he charges across, he doesn't even bother circling around the cap base. The game's almost over, so he's just charging in here to light these tanks and get some assisted damage, getting ahead of the ELCs, and also get some damage on the way through. And knowing he's got little chance of getting shot, they're all pointing their guns different directions and may have already not even been reloaded, so they're going melting straight away. So it turns out into a 15-1 whitewash, which is unfortunate, but 3.5k of damage and 2.4 of combined. So it was an Ace Tanker Mastery badge there for Bandito. You got the high caliber award as well, and the tank sniper award there. It ended up 3.7k of direct damage, several multiples of his own vehicle's hit points, and 2.7k of assisted damage, so 6.4k of combined damage, which would really help his MOE progression. And how did that compare to the team? Let's have a look there. So finished well on top there with a base experience of 1467, the ELC of 90, which was operating on the 1-2 line, did 1135, so good value there. That would have all been a lot of spotting there. And the SU-152 that was on Bandito's side of the map picked up 2.5k of damage there, so good spread of damage across the rest of the tanks, given it was a tier 7, tier 8 game, so not a lot of hit points in the battle. And on the enemy side, the top performer in damage was the SU-130 PM. That was right down there on the end of the 1-2 line, but only did 1k of damage, and there were a lot of zeros there. A lot of people got out of position, a lot of people early spots that didn't also have vision of any targets, like that SU-152 that Bandito was spotting. And yeah, it was an important thing to get rid of that ELC, even 90 on Bandito's side fairly early, or it certainly reduced his influence on the game there, and that really contributed to the whitewash. Now he fired 30 shots, 26 of those connected and 23 of those penetrated. He didn't use a lot of premium ammunition and really didn't need to. It wasn't a high tier match. So he ended up making 98k of profit, which should all be well worthwhile. So another great game there from Bandito Jr. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed already, please consider subscribing. I'll have more great content for you like this through the week, and thanks for watching.